One of our podcast guests, Steven, thinks you can't really expect that testing your application in a dev or QA cluster prepares you for production because production is always different. What's your approach to performance testing?
Well, so performance testing, I think, is also, like many areas, is a pretty vast field, right? So in performance testing, I think my approach is that you need to do it early in your life, reasonably early in your life cycle. And of course, the infrastructure that you might be running performance tests on early isn't the same as you have in production, which is where I think where that comment came from. Because in production, you'll have a very different capacity, you'll have much more different security constraints, and you'll have, throttling limits if you're using third-party tools, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's hard maybe to take account for when you're testing pre-production, but you still need to test pre-production. You can do soak testing, which means that you're not maybe loading at massive load, but just making sure that your application can handle continuous load over longer times. You should also be running performance tests simultaneously as other tests. I think this is super important. So if you're running security tests, you're running functional tests, you're running compliance tests, acceptance tests, do that at the same time as you're running a soak test, right? Put a basic load of 100 users or whatever, and then run your functional test or security test at the same time, because often that load will off-put the behavior of your system, both functionally, but it could also, make it less secure. So I think that's really a really important thing. And we see that a lot with customers. You could even combine multiple different types of load tests, right? Creating different types of profiles. One's soak test, which has a basic load, and doing spike testing where you jam 1,000 users for 10 seconds and then just see how your system recovers. It's almost like chaos testing, but not really. So I think what's important is to try